Hi, hello. Welcome to a Partyplex 12 FPS. The current voice you're hearing belongs to none other than VB, Vegan of the Bears. Today I'm going to be playing Crew Velvet, who is not actually associated with the Partyplex. He's his own thing. But who is associated with the Partyplex is my good friend.
I'm tired penguin. You can call me Pengu because that's my name. My bird does not want to be associated with the party. Well, he's working on it, but he's Kestrel Tombs, the grumpy bird man.
Grumpy Birdman. Hooray.
Yeah,
So,
I
the
love
events that
him.
partake within this FPS kind of go after I Spy a Familiar Face, in which, for those who have not heard I Spy a Familiar Face, that ended with these two robbing a jewelry store that was located within,
Dag.
what was it, Tomorrow City? I forgot where this was located.
Future City.
Future City,
Future
there we
City.
go.
Future World City.
Yep, Future
Future
World
World
City.
City. They robbed a job.
And within it,
Crime.
they had gotten away with a good handful of jewelry. Crew had taken a particular liking to a ring that he had found that has a star engraved upon it. And putting it on, he kind of didn't think much of it until it came later tonight and he needed to sleep. He very much did not want to sleep with jewelry on and realized that, whoa, well, it's not coming off. Yeah, that's fine. That's normal. He'll probably figure something out. No matter what he tried, he couldn't slip it off his finger and decided that he's probably gonna need some help. Though there's only one person in Future World City that he's going to turn to help for, no matter how embarrassing it is, especially from previous events. So, it is back at night within
I
the party.
forgot I need to adjust. Just keep going. I just remembered I needed to adjust something
Okay, and
right this
so,
moment.
thusly, it is the next day it is the next day after the robbery of the jewelry store, and Kestrel, you were once again on security duty. So, Kestrel, how are you going about your duties this day?
I zoned out. Is it a day or is it nighttime shift? Because he will take either.
We're gonna go with night shift because Crew will not be approaching him during the day.
Okay. Um. Okay. He's surveying the place, of course. Has his Razzie branded flashlight. Trying to avoid the very, very, very dumb staff bots because he does not he they're so dumb, dude. They're so dumb. He just wants to stay away from them.
So,
That's what I have in my mind.
you're patrolling around?
Yes, just patrolling.
Hmm. So, I'm going to say that this is just before the Partyplex closes. And coming
Okay.
inside, you notice an individual dressed within a tall, kind of lean individual trotting towards you with a head that appears to be made of various scrap metals, kind of forming what appears to be vaguely a head. Kind of
Hmm.
trots up to you and is like, "Oh, security guard, security! Oh, there you are. You are part of the security around here, yes?"
And I roll an intelligence on that voice
Uh,
or
you
something to
you could, but I'm
because
gonna
his
roll.
voice is the same, right?
He's doing an impression right now, so I'm gonna be rolling deception against that.
All right. So what I roll insight, because insight is the reverse of deception.
You could.
I'll do an insight.
All right, you do an insight. I'm going to. That's a 26 against your 15.
Oh. What? Is VB? VB? VB.
What? What's wrong?
What? That's not. No.
Thank you for
I
noticing.
know that's not his deception. I know that's not his deception modifier.
That is his deception modifier.
No.
It is. Okay,
No.
okay. I will tell you right off the bat. The D&D Beyond one is incorrect. I have not updated that in a really long time. So, yes, he does actually have a plus 10 to deception.
Holy cow. How?
It's a lot of really it's a lot of bard BS.
I guess. I guess.
I can explain how the hell he got. Crue's level 7, but he's a level 4 bard. Oh my god.
Level 4 bard, level 3 blood hunter. Okay. Okay.
Oh my god.
Anyway.
Yeah, no, I will show you what his character sheet should actually look like because ooh.
That would be great.
Okay, I will explain
great.
how the fuck he got a plus 10 to deception as a level 4 bard. But for now, God, moving on.
Anyway, so he was just like, oh, security, poggers.
Yeah, so you see a scrap metal guy just kind of run up to you, asking like, "You are part of security, correct?"
Yeah, so just Kestrel sighs just a little bit and nods. I am.
Oh, good, good. Please, we have a bit of an emergency. Come with me. And kind of grabs Kestrel by the arm and starts dragging him to a location. Like, please, please, come.
He does not like being grabbed by the arm, but he's assuming that this is a customer, and he's like, I'm not supposed to get mad at the customers. Hey, at the guests. So he follows along, but will try to gently pull his arm back as he's asking, like, what is the problem? Sir.
There has been an accident. I'm sorry. I'm a little frazzled right now to really describe what happened. You need to see it. And you're going to continue being dragged towards a location. Though as you continue to be dragged, you notice the fact that you're not actually being dragged towards any of the attraction locations. Instead, you are being dragged further and further away from everybody else.
He doesn't like this.
And the mannerism eventually changes from the customer grabbing your hand to wrapping their whole arm over your shoulders and leaning in. And kind of going, Kestrel, sweetie, I hope you do recognize me.
There is a fluff at... I'm so sorry, I just had to take it. I had to take a Tums. Okay, I'm back.
Okay, welcome back.
So he definitely fluffs up at that and just sighs. Because he does now.
I do apologize for dragging you away, but I really didn't want to be noticed. You know how it is.
What do you want, crew?
Oh, nothing much, nothing much. I'm just asking for a little bit of a favor, and he, uh, pulls a glove off of one of his hands and shows Kestrel the fact that he has a golden ring with stars engraved on it in a giant gem, also containing a star within it. You do remember that little, heist we pulled?
I do.
Right. This was one of the rings that we had managed to get away with, and I kept for myself. But it doesn't appear that very unfortunately. I cannot pull it off. I was wondering if you would be of any help.
He raises an eyebrow and
No, I seriously cannot pull it
like,
off. Continue.
The joke is like that bad quality jewelry or like fake gold stuff will turn like green on your finger, right? Or does it turn your finger green?
I'm not actually sure about that.
I'm going to assume that it's turns like your finger green.
Okay,
Unless turns skin green, yes. So Kestrel raises an eyebrow and is like, it hasn't been turning your skin green, has it?
Well, I cannot tell, darling. I cannot pull it off.
He kind of crosses his arms just a little and is, I assume you want me to help you get it off.
I would very much appreciate that, darling, if you can do that for me.
Another fluff. Just a little. And he sighs. Fine. Reaches for Crue's hand.
You reach for his hand, and Crue kind of pulls his arm off of Kestrel's shoulders and just kind of keeps presenting the ring for him. And
Yeah.
Yeah. And you begin to, well, how do you really approach this? Are you just going to go straight forward with the fact that you're going to try and pull it off with sheer brute force?
He's gonna go for the brute force option because he's gonna go for the brute force option first because Crue is a twig.
Okay.
And he knows this.
I'm gonna make a strength check.
That's what I shall do.
Oh, wait. I remembered something funky. Okay, we'll get back to that point. But make a strength check.
I did. He got an 18.
Okay, cool. I'm sorry. I have roll zone muted. So with an 18, you're pulling and you're pulling, and it begins to slide off the finger a little bit. But it's not completely off, and Crue is kind of like tapping his foot against the ground in pain, like, hey, I said pull the ring off, not my finger.
He just grumbles, stops pulling finally, and
Well, congratulations.
How did you get it on?
I'm not 100% certain myself on how I managed to put it on myself, but now it's not coming off.
I can tell that.
Maybe we can lubricate it. Maybe it will make it a lot less painful when you try to pull it off. And he's like very much eyeing Kestrel.
And Kestrel just deadpan looks at him and Zen suggested butter. One of the exotic butters from the kitchen. Or fake butters from the kitchen. So I, I think Crew is just, or Kestrel is just like, you can get some butter from the kitchen to try and get it off.
I think that should work. Ooh, liquid popcorn butter also works.
Yeah. Something that is butter in heavy quotation marks.
Crew very much hates the idea of that, and you can very clearly see it on his scrapped face. Now that he actually has a proper face, you can make out that he is very much upset.
Well, Kestrel doesn't care.
Wait a little bit on the audience participation because I do have an idea on where I want to stick that in.
Yeah.
But
I assume we're in the same, right?
as you begin taking Crew, I believe to the lounge, or
I was thinking the kitchen.
okay, kitchen. I believe that would still be in the employee lounge, or are you taking to like one of the industrial kitchens?
One of the industrial kitchens, probably.
Okay, so so you begin kind of leading him to the kitchen, and Crew kind of is slowly beginning to change a little bit of his outfit. But he is very much holding on to Kestrel to not lose him as he's changing out outfits. And hey, Kestrel, make me a perception check.
Absolutely. What is your perception, man? +1. 4. He does not perceive.
He does not perceive anything. He doesn't feel anything. But Crew very much is becoming upset with the fact that he's put the ring in his mouth, sort of, and it's just like, ow, 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 ow. Ah, why is it burning?
Kestrel raises an eyebrow at him, first at the owing and then just burning.
Ow, 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 ow. It's starting to burn. It's starting to burn my finger. And as you look over to Crew, you notice the ring on his finger is starting to glow. And from there, it starts to spread through his hand. And Kestrel, I don't know where you're keeping the ring that Crew gave you last game. I assume in your hammer space. Wherever that's located, you're also seeing a light emit from it.
Well, he's not seeing it if it's in his hammer space, but it might feel it.
You feel burning.
If I didn't know they got a pair of it. But that does make sense. Look.
Okay, I don't exactly remember what Crew gave Kestrel last game. I assume it was a ring, but I do think
we did kind of retcons.
Uh,
we did kind of retcon a little since it was originally a bracelet and now it's rings because we decided that would be gayer. So
yeah, so so I believe Kestrel might have gotten away with a ring, the other half of this ring, and so
yeah. Kestrel feels that the heat from his hammer space, and he is gonna reach in, pull out whatever that is. It's a D10 for hammer space.
Yes.
It's a D10, right? D10. D10. He does not fumble, and he pulls out the now burning ring.
make a con check as it's burning.
Augers. Con check. +1. 13.
13. It continues to burn within your hand, but it doesn't burn you enough to let go of it. And you don't really take damage from the burning. But the light, where formerly started in your hammer space, now begins to go down your hand. And Crew is very much becoming worried as he is now halfway consumed by the light from the ring. And it just continues to spread. closer and closer towards you, Kestrel.
Kestrel's gonna. So it's not hot enough to drop yet, right?
It's not hot
You
enough, but
said
it does burn. It's like holding a really
he's
hot
going to
hot
drop
dog.
it. He's going to drop it, like immediately.
Okay, you drop the ring. Actually, I'm going to say, in order for the plot to happen that we agreed upon,
Yeah.
your fingers feel glued to it now.
I think he just says that just
Ah. What's happening, Kestrel? Kestrel.
The face of a
Kestrel.
he's just true, he doesn't know. And he's like kind of shaking his hand, like trying to get the ring off, but
But yeah. You continue the light continues to spread over both of them until the light has engulfed both of them. And you can see and feel nothing, Kestrel. Everything feels light for just a moment before you feel yourself again. The light dissipates and you feel semi-normal. Except also additionally for the fact that when you open up your eyes, everything's too bright. And two hands instantly come up to cover your eyes. Like, too hot, too hot. Too bright, too bright.
yeah. He was already gonna cover his eyes, so I don't think he notices anything as strange as that.
Oh shit, fuck. It's too bright here. Why is it so bright?
I think they should both roll perception on that voice.
They're both rolling perception on that voice. What's your perception, old man?
Yeah. Separate perceptions for now.
That's a nat 20 on my part. That's an 18.
They both immediately realize their voice sounds different.
Two semi-deep male voices fused together to create an even deeper voice.
That sounds very gay.
That is very gay. You went from... I don't actually know the musical... I don't actually know the musical term for all the various voices that there are, but it goes from baritone to bass.
I know a little bit because my whole fam... Bass. Bass is the fish.
Fuck you. Okay. Bass. And
I'm so sorry.
Crue just jumps to hearing that. The fuck? Is that how we sound? Is that... No, that's not how I sound.
Oh no. He's gonna look at their hand.
You look over to your hands, and you notice that both the hands have the star-looking golden rings on both of them. And they're red now. Your suit has also changed to have golden cuffs.
Should I post them?
You may.
I have your first art of him, so.
That's fair, that's fair. As opposed to your art, because you have the ring.
Yeah, I will post your first art of him and then the
I'll share your art of him.
Oh. This is BB's.
So, yep, there's the one that I drew. And then here's Pengu's.
Yag. The cardinal.
The cardinal. But yes, very tall red bird. And it is... Oh. Crue is looking upon in horror of what they have become. And it's just... No, 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 no. Why am I red? Why am I red? Yes, I'm aware of the fact that red looks very nice on me, but no, this is no, 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 no. No, 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 no. This is oh no.
Bro.
What?
He hears that in his head too.
Crue does not like that. Crue very much does not like that.
Understandable. It's Kestrel's voice in his head, but that strange mixed voice from their mouth. Beak. Beak.
I'm sorry, so I posted a picture of Red from Angry Birds into the
I saw.
into the front row seats as a reference for what Red looks like. I'm saying this for the audio listeners.
We did name Red. Red.
Oh yeah.
It's with two D's. That was not intentional.
Oh no. Okay. Regardless. Yeah. Congratulations. Both are now fused, and Crue is not happy with the idea of being fused. As just kinda.
Neither is Kestrel.
How did this happen? What happened? Huh? Why?
Those rings, Crue. Why did they have those in the jewelry store?
They're rings. Kestrel, what do you think? Oh, no, 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 no.
Well, clearly they're cursed in some way. Orange. You should not be selling enchanted rings at a jewelry store, not without disclaimer.
They probably did have a disclaimer, but I think within our rush to be rid of the security guard, we didn't notice. Okay, okay, regardless, maybe we can take the rings off and, okay, it's fine, it's fine. Take the rings off, and then we will be, it'll be fine. Take the rings off, take the rings off, take the rings off. Which way to the kitchen? And he tries to walk, but it's a little bit awkward with the fact that he's not 100% sure on how to control a shared body.
Also got bird feet.
Also bird feet, as he tries to take a step.
Also taller.
Also a lot tall. No, he's fine with the tallness. As he takes a step forward and realizes the fact that there's an extra toe on his heel, as he just kind of stops, lifts a foot up, and examines that. Like, what? Why is this here? What?
You mean why is it here? Where?
Oh, hang on. I'm being called too.
Oh.
Okay, I'm back. So, they're going to continue towards the kitchen, and I think this might be a point in which we can start pulling in audience members for them to interact with. What do you think, Pengu?
Absolutely.
So
I agree.
So I think this is going
There
to...
should be hand emojis. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
I was gonna say how I've seen this done in servers that do audience participation more frequently. It's people throw in hand emojis and we go in order.
Okay. So I guess this is a first come first serve. Doll.
Oh, that makes sense actually. Okay.
Okay. We have also, for those who
Uh,
did not know, we've got audience participation. So our audience has a chance to hop into the FPS. So Doll, feel free to unmute yourself and jump in. Introduce yourself and who you're going to be playing.
yeah.
Hi, I'm Doll.
Yay!
Which one of my guys do you want? Because Kestrel has interacted with a lot.
Well, Nova has seen all this go down because
Yeah. It's really funny to imagine Nova shows up every single time there's a fusion.
I mean, it's fitting.
It's fitting. Okay, so we'll do Nova then. We'll just do Nova then. Nova come in to say hi.
Ah! What
Nova
great
had
timing!
all this go down.
Nova, seeing yet once again Kestrel is fused with another member of the Partyplex, decides to swoop in, probably to help out, or to make the situation worse for Kestrel. Well, she has yet to see.
Yeah. At least you don't have to
And
go
this
through the
technically
funhouse this time.
Thankfully.
We're not
And
go-
this would technically be happening before the funhouse too, so
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think too, noticing Nova, Crue just kind of fluffs up a little in surprise before just brushing down the feathers a bit and going straight to, hello there, madam. How are you today?
She's gonna look you guys up and down and give a very knowing smile. And like, hey! So, Kestrel, you doing alright in
he was already sighing before she even started talking.
I'm sorry,
Yet
do we know
another
her?
person
Do I
learns-
know you?
Yet another person learns Nova is weird.
Yeah, just a sigh. Hello, Nova.
Kestrel, hi, other person.
Greetings.
This is Crue.
Kestrel, I do greatly appreciate you introducing me, but I don't think it's a great idea that you introduce me by name to everybody.
You'd find out anyway.
Yeah, Crue gets that through the mind space too. Just Crue, trust me, she would have found out regardless.
I still would appreciate it if she had to work to figure out my name, rather than it being handed freely to her.
He just sighs.
As if that's work for him.
Okay, so regardless,
What
Nova!
was that, doll?
As if she'd have to work for it.
Yag.
Well, it puts Cruz's mind to ease, regardless. So, I see you're aware with, Kestrel here.
Yeah, workers.
Well, it is very nice to meet you, but we, do have something upon our hands that we, ought to work on.
Well, you're not really gonna go anywhere if you can't walk.
Cruz does not like that
They're
comment.
having trouble walking.
in the mindscape. Kestrel, could you take care of the walking? I think you're more familiar with these shaped feet than I am.
Kestrel, who is also dealing with the element of the tallness, just like
Just towering over Nova.
Red, not even as much as like Kiki would, but Red is 6'9", we agreed?
Yeah. Tall boy.
Yeah. Red is 6'9".
Oh my god. Okay. I forgot about that. Continue.
What did you forget about?
How tall Red was, but continuing onward.
Nova does see Red sigh and then a blink of thought and Nova,
Hmm?
you know how to perhaps fix this. Gestures at herself.
Maybe. But I've never quite seen a method like that. So I can't be sure. Wait, do you need a shortcut?
I mean, he understands that. Blinks.
I'm pretty
That
sure
would be
Kestrel would
appreciated.
understand what. Yeah. Kestrel understands what it means.
Yeah, Kestrel
She just like
understands. Crue does not.
yeah. She points to a nearby door and says, "Alright, this will get you to the kitchen then. Good luck, you two!"
Oh,
And
thank
she
you.
just
Thank you.
she walks around the corner, you stop hearing footsteps.
Which Kestrel is used to.
She is incredibly pretty and continues to head into the kitchen.
Yeah.
You should tell her
You
that
walk
afterwards.
through like
Thank you, Donald.
yeah.
Alrighty, thank
Yeah.
you, doll.
You
Oh, continue.
yeah. I'm imagining it's a closet door though. To give him some reason to be
It's a closet
skeptical.
door, but they walk through and it's
Yeah.
a closet door, but they do walk through and end up in the kitchen.
Crew wouldn't know that it was supposed to be a closet door.
fine.
So, I think with that, we hop. Okay, so after doll, I am
What?
very sorry, crows, but I think for now we're gonna just skip over to Sim. So.
Meg.
We're in the kitchen, right?
Yes,
we're in
I
the
believe
kitchen.
in the actually, here's what I'm going to say. At first, while yes, I do know that Nova said that they would turn the closet into a kitchen, you did send the picture of Seuss being in the closet, and I think it would be really funny if they first reach for the closet door, open it, and it is a closet with Eli in it. So, Sim, quickly introduce yourself and who you are playing, despite the fact that I literally stated who you were and who you were playing.
Hi, I'm Sim, and I'm playing Elijah Mallory.
Amazing. So, opening the closet
Hi,
door.
Sam.
Hi, Sim. So, opening up the closet door just before Nova has the chance to turn it into a kitchen. Opening it is the closet with Eli in it. So, Eli, what are you doing in the closet?
Eli is attempting to sleep. However, having the door suddenly open, he blinks awake. And he's like, oh.
Ah!
And he like reels back into the corner and he's like, you're not supposed to be here. It's after hours, and I mean, this is a bit of a faculty area, and oh dear.
They're gonna close the door.
Oh my gosh. I don't want to end the interaction too soon with their Sim with the very tall red bird just going.
Either, but I just
Crew's going to kind of stop, and because the first thing he wants to do is like, oh, my apologies, sir. We do not mean to intrude. We are. I apologize.
Crew. Don't use
You
we.
just hear.
Oh
You're just
shit.
Eli. You just hear Eli through the door, and he's like, I'm afraid you'll have to leave before security. Oh dear. And he kind of looks at what are you doing back here? Did you get lost or something?
I believe we're experiencing a few technical issues here, but not to worry. We have it under control. We were trying to head towards the kitchen, which was stated to be through this door.
Eli kind of looks around at the closet, and he's like, kind of a weird spot to put a kitchen, don't you think?
Kestrel just oh, she would, wouldn't she? She would prank them. Just
Well,
I
it's
believe we have the wrong door.
Eli nods, is like, indeed. You must be technical then, right? I haven't noticed really anything going wrong lately, but I mean, I haven't been to the front of the house in a while, and perhaps he kind of points in a general direction. Is perhaps the way you're looking over there?
and Crew just Red leans back to look in the direction. And in the mindscape, Kestrel, is that the direction towards the kitchen?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. Finally,
Yes.
we have the proper directions.
Kestrel is just
I take back what I said about your lady friend there. Okay. So, kind of leans back into the closet.
just grab the wrong door.
As you
Just
lean
grab
into
the
the
wrong door.
closet, Eli kind of scampers back.
Oh, I do apologize for intimidating you, but I would like to say thank you for showing us the proper directions. And good night. And begins to slowly close the door.
Yes. Good night. Just slowly closing the door. Yes.
As you leave, you just hear
Thank you,
Eli
Sam.
muttering panic to himself.
Oh, Eli, sweetie.
Sorry, Eli. But yeah, I think
They
Red.
close that door.
Well,
Yes, you want to guess what Kestrel's gonna do?
what?
Kestrel is going to take them immediately to the next closest door to just be like, yes, we just took the wrong door. That was all. She did not point in the wrong direction. We just took the wrong door. She definitely didn't prank us. We just took the wrong door. That's all that happened. So he's just going straight to the next door. Next door over.
Next door over. Next door over apparently does seem to lead us into the kitchen. Huh. Wow. This sure is the kitchen area.
Also, I think like as they go, they're going to that next door. Like, Kestrel does take their hand to gently just pat the wall for a second. Crew can roll an insight on Kestrel for why he does that.
I don't think Crew will. Kestrel just gets like a really weird vibe from Crew, as Crew just kind of, why did you do that?
Nothing.
Do you pet every building?
Their feathers fluff up. No. It's just... Look. Our balance is not what I'm used to.
Crew will insight that.
Okay.
Not for the fact that he was petting the wall.
On the fact that their balance is off.
Because he does not like that answer. 19. Just kind of squints in the fact that
19.
Crew remembers the fact that they're sharing a mind. What does he find?
Ash, while sharing a mind, you do get to roll it on insight. So if you want to see if you, on advantage, excuse me. So if you want to see if you can get even higher than a 19.
Oh my god, sure, I'll take higher than a 19.
Oh, what we did in Funhouse was for like advantage on insights and stuff was rolling it one using like, it would be one using Cruise and one using Red's insight.
Oh, well, that's a 6 on the second one, so.
Well, what is Red's insight? Just change the.
Oh.
Red's insight is also +4, so that still works.
Yep.
19. So. Their balance is a little off for Kestrel. He is not used to being 9 inches taller. It's a different center of gravity and all. But that's not why he braced theirself on the wall.
Does Crew know the reason why? Or are you just... I'm gonna say you just leave it at that. Crew doesn't really know why, but he senses the fact that there's a different motive behind it.
Yag.
You get a little bit more of a judgmental vibe from Crew. Like, yeah, okay.
He just grumbles.
I'll let that one slide.
Gets them into the kitchen.
Getting into the kitchen. There's a bunch of staff butts around.
They should probably...
But you who are beginning to wrap up and clean up the kitchen. What were you saying, Pengu?
I was gonna say they should probably roll like an investigation, both of them, to try and find the butter.
I was going to quickly introduce somebody else, and then we'll get around to searching for the butter.
Oh, yeah.
But I think within entering the kitchen area, I have it written down. It's Ren. So entering the kitchen area with all the staff bots who are going around trying to, who are don't worry, Ren. You have the introduction. Who are trying to clean up after hours. There is a sound of rummaging and a little bit of crashing in the back of the kitchen. And Ren, when you have the time, unmute yourself and introduce who you're playing in.
Hello, I'm Aaron or Ren. I'm him, and I'm playing as Senora Chip. Mostly Chip. She prefers Chip.
So yeah, I assume you're in the back of the kitchen rummaging through the leftover pizza.
Oh yeah, no, she definitely is. I had the idea that she just like hearing footsteps behind her, she just like slowly turns around and like just has like a, I don't know what she would be holding, I guess like a pan or something, just about to hit them and goes, oh wait, I don't know who this is, and this is not one of the robots.
No, you do not recognize who it is you're looking at. But you do know for certain this isn't a staff member. They shouldn't be in the kitchen.
Just kind of stares at them suspiciously, and then she comes up to her full height, which is still actually very short, and then she just raises a hand above her own and then slowly extends it to, I'd say, their torso, and is like, oh, you're very tall.
Yeah, they are 6'9".
They're gonna take her hand, I think. Kestrel will.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Well, she was extending for a handshake, right?
Just kind of stares directly up at them like, do you need something?
Well, yes, we're looking for a stick of butter. You see, we have a bit of an issue going on, and we need some lubrication to help.
Butter. Why do you need butter? She just kind of coughs a little bit and like, I'm not used to this voice.
I believe I mentioned we need it for lubrication.
Right, yes. Just peeks her head around and Honestly, the most I can think of is like probably popcorn machine or something.
Yeah, the liquid butter.
Yeah,
Liquid
she
Also,
would
butter.
just
Kestrel
like
is dying in the mind space.
They probably have
she
cooking
would just like
oil too.
extend a hand towards them. Actually, just not even extend one. She just grabs their hand and starts leading them towards the popcorn machine.
Oh. Alright.
Oh, brilliant. Why, if I may ask, why are your hands so sticky?
She looks down at them and is just don't worry about it. She hasn't been rummaging in the garbage all day. You don't need to think about that right now. It's fine. She's clean. We'll
Kestrel,
just
you
take
get a ping
a-
of disgust from Crue.
just just a very slight step back, grabs like just as slow as possible, just pretending as though they can't see her, just grabs a napkin and starts rubbing her hands.
Maybe we should ask
Aw.
for soap too.
We can wash our hands when we are separated.
I don't like that.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. That is not what she says, but me as the player, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Aww.
Well, yes. What
It's
about
okay.
what about the butter?
Right. I need to think about popcorn machines because I don't actually know how they work in real life.
They probably have like a bottle of oil somewhere
I'm just
nearby.
Yeah.
I'm just imagining like a bucket of butter, of liquid
Yeah.
butter.
Just grabs it. Yeah, just straight up just grabs the pump and is like, here you go.
Are you, okay? So
5
how?
gallon drum.
Okay, so how are you
Oh,
going
I
to
did not
try
see
to it?
That was.
5-gallon drum.
Never mind. I think she just grabs a bucket and just gets some of the butter in it.
So, what are the plans on how to help? Okay, what we do need is, we have 2 rings stuck upon us, and, staff has referred us here to the kitchen to receive some butter to take it off. But I do not very much like the prospect of the fact that we're going to be using that butter.
She just kind of tilts her head at that, looks down at it. She's like, "What's wrong with butter?"
It's going to ruin my feathers. That's what's wrong with it.
It's
She just looks down at her hands, which are constantly covered in all sorts of butter. So just like, I don't really understand. I don't understand how you feel about this because I feel very differently.
You don't have any feathers.
it's
Speak for yourself.
we will manage. We will manage. This is fine. Thank you.
This is not fine, Kestrel. I did not know what you were talking about. That is going to be an awful, disgusting feeling.
Is Crue saying this verbally?
No, he's saying this to Kestrel.
Okay.
Probably muttering it underneath his breath, but...
Okay, yeah, no, Chip is just furrowing her brows at this one-sided argument he's having with himself.
Oh, Pengu's muted.
Ah,
Oh no.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay.
It's okay. It's just yeah. Kestrel is just like we can worry about washing it off after we're separated.
It would have been perfectly fine with putting butter on our hands when I didn't have feathers.
Well, they will not be yours for long if all goes well.
I'm gonna say make a persuasion check. Because Chris is very much not into the idea of this.
8.
No.
I will use Kestrel's.
Okay, use Kestrel's. I thought you said 8.
17.
Crue thinks for a very long moment before extending Red's hands towards towards Chip and being like,
The butter bucket.
Yeah, Kip just hands it over to them, and then she looks over at the, I'd say nachos, and is like, "Oh yeah, you should try it with those. Those are really good." And if you need any recommendations, you know where to find me, or maybe you don't, because I've never seen you before, but I'm sure you do. And then she walks away.
Alrighty.
Mm.
So thank you, Ren. But
Thank you, Ren.
Red kind of continues to look down upon the bucket and is just. How do we wish to approach this?
Roll a d2.
Hmm?
Okay, he does not immediately stick their hand in the bucket. He does not immediately stick their hand in the bucket.
Well, Crew's glad with that piece of information.
But he does consider it. He does consider it, Crew can tell.
Maybe we could dip 2 of our fingers in, rub it around the ring, and then pull it off.
I mean, Cass was just like, yeah, we can try that. He's not gonna fight that if Crew does that.
There's more rummaging as Chip returns to the kitchen.
Oh,
But
oh, sweetie.
Crew kind of reaches 2 fingers into the bucket and instantly recoils from the oily feeling. No. Goodness gracious,
Yeah.
no.
Feels different on their feathers too.
Oh, goodness gracious, no.
Ooh, we have to get them off.
Oh, no. Oh.
He's in texture hell.
He's very much in texture hell right now. But
Ugh.
he's going to try and steel himself in order to kind of like dip the fingers back in there, and
Roll a whiz save.
I was going to say, like, the fingers begin to hover above the bucket of butter again, and it's like, no. You do it, Kestrel. I'm not doing it myself.
I think Crew should roll a whiz save though for how he's handling it. I feel like I have to roll a whiz save every time I get overstimulated or bad stimulation.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna do a wisdom saving throw for him.
Good.
15. He's not taking it too
15.
badly, but
He's okay.
like he's not enjoying it regardless, and he still is going to pull it up and out of the bucket. Like, no, Kestrel, you do it.
He sighs and is going to just try and stick their fingers in again. Which Kestrel can still feel it. I mean, Crew can still feel it even though he's not doing the movement, so...
I'm gonna make another wisdom saving throw for him then.
Good.
18. You can feel
18.
very much in the brain
He's
that
doing better.
this is disgusting. This is awful. But Crew's not stopping Kestrel.
Crew can tell Kestrel also finds this pretty disgusting, but he just wants to get separated as soon as possible. And he wants that more than he is bothered by the butter.
Yeah, so Tallbird begins to probably rub it over the rings to try and get it off. And I think with the ruckus and commotion, I think we might be able to introduce Zen here. So, Zen?
Hello?
Hello! Hi, welcome to the FES. So, kind of introduce
you.
yourself and who you're going to be bringing to the table. I kind of have the assumption of who you might bring, but...
Yeah,
As
so
do I.
my name is Zen, and I think I will be bringing to the table Eggs, Florentine, and Handy. because
Ooh.
they are also night shift security guards, or at least Eggs is. Handy is just along for the ride.
Yay, eggs moment with the exotic butter. But
Oh my god, you're right.
Yeah!
Oh
This
my
is his skill set.
Sim, why would you share that? Sim.
Oh, that's cursed. Oh no. Sim has shared a gif of someone drinking
Oh.
a glass filled with like a dozen raw eggs.
A sim, get rid of that. No.
Uh,
First eating the whole egg, shell in. And
No more eggs.
don't do this to eggs.
oi.
Okay, regardless. So, it's okay, Sim. But running back to it,
It's okay.
Eggs, you are also on
Mhm.
nighttime security, and as the Partyplex begins to close down and all of the guests are filtering out, you hear something going down in the kitchen, and you hear a very deep voice in there that does not belong to any of the employees that you have met. So, I would assume that would potentially grab your attention and bring you over to the kitchen.
Yeah, he definitely wants to check that out. He's probably going to try and sneak in and see who's there before, confronting them potentially.
Roll
Uh,
stealth. Oh.
So that's a 4.
I think due to Signora's chattering and clattering, Chip might turn around and be like, "Hi." Sorry, Ren.
What?
But
I. Huh? Why are you doing Chip?
okay, so what I was going to say was that it was potentially that Chip who gave away eggs, noticing him and calling out to him like, "Hello." Yeah. Okay. So Chip turns around, noticing eggs, and kind of waves to eggs like, "Hello." And so eggs, you have been called out to, and Crew just kind of quickly turns around.
Eggs very awkwardly like, "Hi, Senora." And then turns to Red like, "So, who are you and why are you dunking your hands in butter?"
It's this tall bird fellow on their knees on the ground. Yeah, dipping their hands in a bucket of butter. I think they fluff up just out of embarrassment.
Okay, I was about to say the same thing. Double fluffy, out of sheer embarrassment from both sides.
Very fluffy.
There's a perfectly logical explanation for this.
Well, I
Crew,
would sure
what
like
sort
to
of-
hear
In
it.
the Mindspace crew. Crew,
Yes.
what do we say?
I don't think our explanation that we told to Chip would be any less strange to tell. I'm just not a fan of the pose.
It takes them like a good second to respond, longer than there probably should be to come up with a response. Eggs.
And Eggs is just
And then
staring at
just
them.
Well, you gotta.
and
Well,
then
we have to
still
say
very
something.
fluff.
Well, we have to say something. He probably
Yeah,
thinks
and
we're
then
being
still-
weirdos right now.
Sure, definitely. And then after that long moment, it's we just have something stuck on my hands, and like lifts up one of their hands to just awkwardly show the ring. One of them.
Can I roll insight on that?
Of course.
Absolutely.
$18.
Oh, can we roll a deception?
Yes.
Go ahead.
I think we should roll Red's. I'm gonna roll Red's deception since it's both of them.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because is like the +10 from a is like the +10 deception from a feature of Crue's and all.
No.
Okay, then I'm going to give them a +7 instead.
Oh my god. Okay, that's fair.
Oh,
Well,
and it still
oh
came out to
no.
a 12.
Oh no. Should have gone with the +10.
Oh
I'm
no.
joking. No, that wouldn't have helped us.
Nope.
It would not, sadly. So eggs can see, like, they are trying to. This bird is trying to get this off of his hands. But that is. How do I describe that there is definitely more going on? Because I don't just want to say this is two people.
I mean, eggs did hear them refer to themselves as we. I mean, I, like,
Yeah.
they did that thing.
Yeah. Phoebe, are you okay if eggs
Yeah.
gets that read?
Yeah, I'm fine with that read. And Crue's just kind of looking up to Eggs and it's just like, well, it's quite rather alright. We have the situation under control. We will be right out of the kitchen once I are done with this.
Yeah,
Oh.
eggs could definitely tell.
Mhm.
Eggs could definitely tell.
Egg's just sort of standing there, folds his arms like, well, I hope you don't mind then if I keep an eye on you until you're done. We don't really let civilians back into the kitchen. I have to make sure you're not going to try to, I don't know, steal one of the ovens or something.
Of course, no problem with that. No problem at all with that. And it's just going to fluff up a bit more out of embarrassment, like, Kestrel. Like, this is in the mind scale, like, Kestrel, what do we do if we do infuse once we take these off? Will it really matter?
That is a good. I don't know. He doesn't know eggs well enough now to know if he'd keep the secret. He doesn't know.
Oh, Red just kind of pipes up to Eggs like, oh, darling, we do apologize. If we're not allowed here within the kitchen area, we could take this outside of the kitchen. We
can't steal the butter.
We're borrowing the
We
butter.
can't
We
steal
will
butter.
return it.
You already dunked your hand in it. Nobody should eat that.
Do you think Raspberry practices safety standards like that?
Absolutely not.
Probably not, no. But, I think Eggs, like, looks at them for another moment, their hands dripping in butter goop, the entire bucket of butter oil, and it's just like, you can take a smaller portion of butter out with you and do whatever you have to do to get your rings off, okay? Just, I don't think anyone walking around with a bucket of oil is a good idea.
Well, I think we already have enough butter upon our hands, but I do agree with you. But thank you for checking in on
I think
us.
like eggs like grabs a paper soda cup from a nearby shelf and like hands it to them and is like, you can use that.
Oh, how generous and so kind of you.
Thank you. You're gonna take the cup.
Takes the cup, and I'm gonna do a dex check for Red.
Why?
Butter hands. What do you think?
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, use red stats for it since that's a physical.
This is 6. The cup. They tried to grab the cup, but squeezing it with the butter, it just flies upwards.
Okay, I should have seen that one coming.
More embarrassed fluff.
Goodness gracious, we're better than this. Maybe
Are
we...
we?
I am.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Fine, you grip the cup next time.
It's
Do you want to try that
awkwardly
again?
looking at eggs, having that little conversation.
Mhm. Do you want to try that one again? And he pulls out another cup,
Of
then
course.
hands it over.
Kestrel, you're taking this one.
Kestrel will try. It's still the same dex mod though. 19.
Yeah.
They grasp.
Yeah.
Kestrel goes for the cup with both hands this time.
Mm-hmm.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, Eggs just nods. He's still watching them. He's gonna keep watching them until they leave the kitchen.
He did immediately pick up that this is somehow two people, so
Mm-hmm.
understandably suspicious.
Yeah, he doesn't know if this... I mean, this person is definitely not supposed to be in the kitchen, but he doesn't know if either of the two people inside are supposed to either.
It's fine.
One of them is, but
Mm-hmm.
Leaving the kitchen
just
area.
awkwardly.
Fill up your cup with butter and get out of
Now
there.
the-
And as you're walking
Yep.
away, if you want to hear perception, or want to roll perception to see.
Would
A
this be
little
Red's
thing.
perception?
Yeah, probably.
I say let's start with reds, yeah.
Yeah.
Fourteen
14.
is enough
14.
that, like, as you're leaving the kitchen area, you hear, like... So do you think they actually have something stuck on their hand, or was that just, like, the weirdest excuse ever? From Handy.
Embarrassed fluff.
I think Eggs would have noticed the 2 rings on their hands. But
X would've.
Eggs would
Handy
have.
doesn't necessarily. And you can't hear if Eggs
Mhm.
responds to that because his voice is much quieter, but... There you go.
Yippee.
Crew fluffs
Thank
up
you,
to
Zen.
Thank you, Zen. But Red fluffs up once again to the implications of there being a completely different reason on why they needed the butter, and just going, I have never been pleased to have a different appearance while doing that.
Never been more pleased.
Well, I have never been more happier. Oh, whatever. Goodness gracious.
Kestrel also just agreed. Hopefully no one will see this person ever again.
Oofed. But leaving the kitchen, the Partyplex has become emptier, as all of the guests have filtered out already, leaving only Red. So,
Which is appreciated, probably.
but yes, oh, goodness gracious. Oh. This has been a thoroughly embarrassing night. Let's get these rings off of us as quickly as we can, and let's be done with this.
What should they roll something for that?
I'm going to say that while they are able to get their rings all, wings all, I'm gonna have you hop in a bit, MJ, but they have all of their fingers all lubricated, but It's very hard because both fingers are lubricated, and trying to grab a very slippery ring with slippery fingers is not going to be successful in the least.
Nope. They try, but probably just, yeah, it definitely does not work.
Not at all. But yes, I do believe around this time we could introduce MJ's character. So MJ, feel free to unmute yourself,
Yeah.
as we do probably need a secondary character to help us out with this.
Hello, I'm MJ, and I want y'all to vote. What would you prefer, Archie or Harley Quinnet?
I was going to say
Harlequinette, because
Oh.
Harlequinette knows Kestrel.
I was going to say Archie.
Oh no!
Oh,
Oh no.
Oh no! The chat
Oh.
is voting Archie. It seems.
the chat is voting Archie.
Chat is voting Archie. So I'm sorry.
Ugh.
Been voted.
Democracy sucks, I know.
Democracy does not suck.
Okay. But hi, MJ, introduce yourself and your character.
I'm MJ, and I'll be playing Archie Gator, who is probably just wandering around late at night and turns a corner and sees this scene.
A tall bird,
Oh dear
butter
Peck.
hands.
Just at this current moment, Red is just like struggling to pull a ring off. Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
see Red, who's gripping at something on their fingers, and it keeps slipping, and you keep hearing a constant peck, 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 peck. Oh,
He
peck.
just like reaches up and scratches his chin, and then just sort of mutters, "I swear, I'm always seeing the strangest stuff at night around here." And then he like speaks up and walks over and says, "Hey there, need some help with whatever it is you're doing?"
Immediate fluffed startle.
There's Fluff from Kestrel's side, but Crue just gives a glare up to Archie. He is running out of energy
Angry fluff.
to keep dealing with all of these people.
I think Archie is unfazed and just like squints at Red and is like, "I don't think I've seen you here before. Are you a guest or a new employee?" And again, I restate my question of what the heck are you doing?
Kestrel in the mind space. Do we stick with the story that we're a technician?
Yes, sure. At this point, I don't care what story we go through, I just want this to be off.
Agreed.
Oh.
Sim left.
Yep. Greetings, Gator. I do apologize. Archie. Yes, thank you. I just remembered. Chris falling apart with the fusion. He's exhausted.
Yes, thank you. Said out loud.
No, I think it's funnier if like Brett goes, Gator. It's Archie. Yes, thank you. It's Archie. Just out loud.
I like that.
It's funny to imagine, like, Archie had his real kind of phrase, but at that exchange it goes like, way up. Like, what the heck?
I do have to apologize. I have a very strong tendency to talk to myself out loud, especially with plural pronouns. You must understand.
I'm gonna roll.
Bro.
Insight.
Shut up, Kestrel. Shut up, Kestrel.
In the minds in the minds
Seven.
just Crue. That's
Yeah,
terrible.
Archie buys that. He thinks that's totally a legitimate thing. Tombs are already so weird that might as well be a thing.
They should roll the contesting deception though. They should roll the wait, they can't roll lower than a 7. They can't roll lower than a 7.
You
They
can try
can't roll lower
the-
than an 8.
that one.
Oh my god.
Roll deception just to see.
I will roll deception with a +7.
With the +7.
16.
16,
Yep,
yeah.
that's a perfectly normal excuse.
Very normal.
I mean,
Like,
tunes who
yes.
use plural pronouns are a thing, so that's perfectly normal.
Yeah, Archie accepts this and just nods his head like, alright, well, nice to meet you. Now again, more to the point, like, you need help here, Mr. Butterman?
We
We
would.
can, in the mind space again. We need a name. We cannot be called that. We cannot be called that.
Be called what?
We need anything to be
I
called
do.
other than that. Butterman.
You can call me anything but a butterman.
Archie stares blankly at you for a second.
You can.
You can almost see the gears in his mind turning for an equally annoying nickname.
Please call me by my middle name, Red.
Red.
Red, yeah.
Kestrel,
Okay,
I think with the shared mind, yes, you do know that this is Cruz's middle name.
Red. We are red.
Yes, we are red. Oh, wait, shit, the pun just hit me.
You didn't do that on purpose.
No, my middle name really is Red.
Archie just sees a sort of distressed, sort of tired, mostly tired expression on their face. On Red's face.
Archie is confused by the stranger and he's like legitimately concerned for this man though. He's like, do you need help? So I need to call someone.
We need help with the crew. Crew, we need help getting the rings off.
Yes, I'm aware. I
We
was going to
cannot-
ask him if he could help us pull the rings off.
Good.
Kestrel, how about you take the wheel for a bit? I'm tired with these social interactions.
What? Kestrel, who's terrible at social interactions, just looking at Archie, another blink of, and somehow the face of, crumbs on his face.
A very
We-
confusing name. Man.
Yes. Yes, we
I want
do
you to
need-
imagine that while like they're blue screening, Archie just reaches out and like starting to go to like poke them and then stops as they start talking.
Crew would bite his finger if you were going to poke him.
I think he will like poke him towards like the shoulder or something.
No, Crew would still bite. Actually, should I make an
It's
attack
like a
roll to
blink
bite?
No!
No, okay.
I mean, it would be funny, but Kestrel's gonna go, no! Wait a minute, I'd have to... Kestrel's gonna try and stop him from biting, so I have to look up what's the mechanic to
I was
stop.
I was going to say opposing wisdoms, since they're both fighting over control for the body. But
I know the mechanic of there is
Okay.
a mechanic for it. I just have to look it up in, like 2 seconds.
alrighty.
it's- If you wanted the individuals wish to, they just roll a straight d20 against each other.
Okay, straight d20 on who wins, whether Crew gets to bite Archie and if Kestrel is able to stop Crew from biting.
Yes.
Crew is very much low on energy right now. He just wants to be done with this.
I think neither of you have considered the fact
Candle.
that they'll be mining plastic shell.
It's
Kestrel barely stops them.
I think there's a flinch as Archie comes very close of Crew trying to bite, but is stopped just before able to reach the finger.
Like Archie at that kind of reels his hand back and like goes, "What the heck?"
I apologize.
No, it's nothing. Nothing. Just help would be appreciated.
God, I'm sure I can like scrounge around for a therapy hotline or something.
Oh,
No.
what?
We do not need therapy. Just.
We do not need therapy at the current moment. We need these rings off our fingers. Off my fingers.
Yes. Both of them, please.
Okay. He like squints at the rings and then goes, "I can try." Is that why you smell like butter?
We try to lubricate them off. Okay. Within the mindscape. Okay, I said you would have the steering. You would have
Don't
the
worry about the butter.
Right.
Audibly, don't worry about the butter.
Archie just like nods and just sort of like reaches out for one of their hands. I was like, are the two rings on the same hand or on different hands?
I want to imagine on different hands. Yep.
Okay.
Yeg.
He reaches for the first hand. And I guess I'll just do like a strength roll.
You will do a strength roll.
Yeah. VB, I will say, I want Red to do a couple more things, like look in a mirror, first of all, and be gay. So I don't
Yeah,
want
that's
them
fair.
to get the rings off yet.
That's fair. That's fair.
That's
So
fair. I'll do a strength roll, but it could be at like
no, that's understandable.
just-
That's
A
valid.
strength disadvantage because slippery.
Yep, disadvantage because slippery.
first one, 11. Brian's probably
11.
not getting this.
I'm probably gonna say this is like DC 15 to pull the rings off.
14. Yeah, no, he doesn't get it. It's too slippery.
Your fingers keep sliding off the rings and then down the finger.
It's like plastic plus butter. There's no traction here.
Nope.
He falls into the ground from the loss of grip.
He's like pulling so hard that when it just slips, he just onto the ground.
Oh, goodness gracious. Are you okay, sir?
I mean, I'm good, but that ring sure is stuck on.
Of course it is.
Maybe you should just like get some sort of saw and try and cut it without cutting yourself, you know?
Goodness gracious, no. But I do
No.
appreciate the idea. The suggestion. We will keep it in our back pocket. As a very last resort.
He like stands up. I wish you luck with your problem, Mr. Red, and I'm just gonna go now. He just like starts awkwardly shuffling away, looking at them and concerned still.
Could you at least point us towards the nearest bathroom?
And he like points down the hall.
Thank you. And Red is going to shuffle their feet towards the bathroom. And there is a pain in the chest from thorough embarrassment.
They're still fluffy. Still fluffy.
I am more than happy that this is the face that is being associated with all of this humiliation right now.
Are you do you see the message, BB?
Yes, I am seeing the message. Red doesn't really question the opening door that has just opened up right in front of them that's labeled bathroom and enters inside. Just kind of
Yeah, just
bracing themselves against the sink.
I think Kestrel understands why it happens though. So relieved and grateful sigh.
I can't believe it. But yes, Crue is going to turn the sink on and start washing their hands with the peck.
And they catch their reflection.
They do. There's a flash of red that is up on the reflection, and briefly just flicking their eyes upwards, you notice that you are a completely different fella. Crue doesn't really do much in trying to look further, but Kestrel, you probably might glare.
There's fluff.
There's fluff.
Of course there's fluff.
But yes, looking up again to the mirror, Crue furrows their brows. And they are immensely fluffy.
He says that and the fluff increases. Kestrel tries to like reach a hand to smooth it down, probably.
No. We still have butter on our fingers. No, do not. Do not bring it near anywhere.
Immediately
the face.
Sorry.
It's fine. We can probably pet our feathers after we wash our hands.
More fluff.
Even more fluff. But after washing their hands and drying it, Crue does allow 2 of the hands to come up to pet the sides. He's also incredibly curious on how it feels.
Very, very soft.
Incredibly soft, very fluffy, fluff on fluff. And just keeps petting the cheeks down. Trying to smooth out the fluffiness.
And Crue doing that just makes them fluffier. Like, he smooths it down and then immediately just puffs back up. And he feels
darling.
From what?
Quit fluffing up so much. I'm trying to smooth our feathers down to look dignified at least. We can at least end our night on that.
I'm not trying to.
Well, I'm not the one fluffing up, am I?
He doesn't respond to that. It's just quiet and still fluffy. And it's hard for them to get redder, but you know.
The black on their face turns a little bit red.
At their cheeks, yeah.
Crue at that point stops kind of petting and like rests a hand and leans into it. Just like, You know, we all are very pretty.
He knows. Yeah, Crue knows.
Crue very much does know, especially with the fact that he can feel the blood going to the face.
Oh, yeah.
That's how blushing works.
Yep.
Once they leave the Partyplex, they just go back to being black from how much they've been blushing. But yeah.
Yeah. It's... What? It keeps posting that image. That's That's the title card.
At this point, that's the title card of Sonic standing there with this giant speech bubble going, "My fucking god, these bitches gay. Good for them. Good for them." But
Like they're just looking in the mirror and like Crue with the hand just on their soft feathers. It's he doesn't even have to roll insight. It's
this is a very pleasant feeling, isn't it?
That's all he gets. That's all he gets from Kestrel is just. Just.
I had a really stupid ass thought. So as they're just kind of looking into the mirror, Crue for a very split second forgets the fact that they're sharing a mind. You just hear the passing thought of like, man, I wish we were separated so I could give you a kiss.
Ugh.
And the chat blows up.
Fluff has reached maximum capacity at that. The response is immediate. And just like a little, not even in the mind space, just an audible, what?
Huh? Oh, goodness gracious. And he covers his mouth. Oh, I completely forgot you could feel my thoughts.
Their face is now a bit more pink than red, I think.
Well. So be it. The sentiment still stands.
Just like flustered noises. What did you say?
Oh, I didn't say anything. I don't know what you're talking about.
Just
What did
stare
I
into their
say?
own
I would
face
like a
in the
reminder,
mirror.
very briefly. And he's kind of twirling some of the.
Kestrel's rolling insight on Crue. Kestrel's rolling insight on Crue.
Go ahead.
One of Kestrel's was a 5, and then of Red's. Do I have a 4 in my? I do have a 4. 9. He's too flustered.
You are far too flustered to know what Cruz's intentions here are. But he's playing dumb right now, and he's not 100% certain on what Kestrel could be referring to. So what are you referring to, darling?
Darling. Kestrel just... Did you... He can't say it. The poor man can't say it. He gets it in the mind space instead of audibly, because he tries to say it audibly, but oh no, he can't say that.
You can't
So
say
in
darling.
the mind space, it's no, can't ask. Did you say you want to kiss me?
Oh no. Does he at least think it?
Yes, he gets that in the mind space. He gets that question in the mind space.
I did. But
More fluff somehow.
maybe if we manage to unfuse ourselves and he looks down to the ring, we could.
Ugh. Like the one hand they look at the ring with, and the other hand just kind of like hand on their face. Just the kind of ugh hand on the face. Of course it's a sticker. Of course it's a sticker.
I'm gonna have to redraw that after the game here with Nova, but
Absolutely, absolutely.
oh my god.
Nova Sonic sticker.
But yes. Crue's going
They
to
got the
try.
one hand looking at the ring, and the other hand just like covering a bit of their face, embarrassed.
But oh my god.
Kestrel does not know what to say. Kestrel does not know what to say.
Crue's going to take the hand off of their cheek and reach it towards the other ring. And I do love that idea. And just kind of brings the other hand up too. And just goes, this'll have to do for now. And gives the back of it a kiss.
The
Before-
black of their face is now just entirely pink. Immediately.
Yes, good.
Kestrel forces them to look away from the mirror.
I'm sorry, I can't take it with the chat. I'm gonna have to stop looking at them.
It's wonderful.
It's
He
beautiful,
forces
but
them
I
to look
can't
away
stop
from the mirror.
laughing. Okay. So, with the back of the hand being kissed and becoming even more pink, I think a warmth begins to spread once again. And a very similar light begins to grow from the
Yeah.
chest.
Yeah.
I think
Which
as
I don't think Kestrel notices.
Kestrel-
Crew might, but I don't think Kestrel does.
But
Oh my gosh, yes it was.
it was not, but yeah, sure, I'll accept it.
Oh. Good enough.
Good enough. This is improv. We don't know how these rings work. Shh. Anti-slow burn rings.
I mean, they're rings.
They're called the straw-
rings.
They're called the star-crossed lovers now. Fuck you. The star-crossed rings.
Yeah.
but- They haven't confessed yet, but actually,
Kiss the back of their hand.
yeah, Crew kissed the back of their hand, and as the warmth and the light begins to spread to the chest, you hear a very faint, I do love you.
Hug. Hug.
I hope we can put what was
Hug.
in our past behind us. What do you say to that?
I don't know how to pronounce that, but that's what he responds. Just singular letter A.
Ugh. And I think to that, the light engulfs both of them completely, and the rings separate. And with that, Kestrel, you find yourself being hugged by Crew within the bathroom.
Hug. I am imagining Kestrel like back to the sink.
Yes.
He's The red is more obvious now because it has remained on Kestrel's face.
You actually, and as you kind of look over to Crue, and he pulls back to look at you, Kestrel, you actually notice the fact that Crue's red icing is being highlighted by blue at his cheeks as he looks at you, Kestrel.
He's blushing.
There's like a hint
Kestrel
of blue
blinks
there.
up at him. Kestrel blinks up at him.
Oh, goodness gracious, we are separated now.
He becomes redder.
I guess this makes it a
of
lot
course,
easier to do.
Very, very.
Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say he's of course very, very fluffy.
Very, very fluffy. And Crue begins to lean in just a little bit closer to Cruise's face. Not Cruise's, fuck. This is what I get. Kestrel's face. And, well.
Yes.
You wouldn't be opposed to kissing now, would you be?
He's not backing away.
Then Crue bridges the
He's
gap.
not backing away.
Yay!
He's not backing away, and he's not even like leaning away. He is sticking there.
Then I think at that point, Crue kind of gaps the bridge between both him and Kestrel and holds him very gently.
Kestrel has been kind of bracing himself against like the back of the sink. He isn't fully aware as like one hand reaches to hold Crue's.
Aww.
And of course, for the symbolism, it's the hand that has the ring on.
Aww. Okay, so they're going to be in the bathroom for a good long while. Just
Yag.
kissing each other before Crue backs away. Delightful, wasn't it?
He looks down a little shyly. He looks down shy. You have made him shy a bit. But he does nod.
Well, darling, I do think I've held you up on your night shift long enough. I think I should return you back to your job. I don't think management will be very happy with you kissing on the job. On your shift.
He clears his throat, I think, and just...
But once your
Probably
shift is
not.
over, you could come meet me within my future world hotel. And we could continue on. We could do more.
Ugh.
Chat, that is not what I am implying.
There
Crue.
will be cuddles.
There-
There will be cuddles.
There's cuddles.
There will be
There's
cuddles.
But
There will be cuddles.
but listen,
Exactly.
I'm not
And
saying
I'm-
anything.
Honestly. Genuinely and truly, it cuddles.
Chat, this is on you.
That's
But
all. Go. Peck y'all.
Yeah.
Anyway.
We are gonna have to put so much editing
anyway.
into this to cut out all of this laughing. I know, Zed. Okay. Oh my god.
Crue says that.
Crue says that.
Kestrel, of course, fluffs up more, and I don't have your address.
Oh, not to worry. And he pulls into his hammer space.
Mhm.
With a 1. So I need to pull up his fumble sheet. Because somehow I did not prepare for that.
Man.
Hang on. I'm going to pull out his fumble sheet because I know I have it. Yep, here it is. What do you pull out? He pulls out his bala song, which is a butterfly knife, but he doesn't really flick it open. He just kind of stares at it and is like, "Oh, darling, I do have to apologize for that." And he's going to try one more time. He fails again.
Honestly, if he just keeps pulling out like random weaponry, if he just keeps
Oh
pulling
no.
out random weaponry,
Oh no.
that
He pulls out
honestly, yeah.
Okay, so doll. 1 is a fail, but if he rolls a 1, the next one becomes 5. And this is to continue on the gag that he pulls out the wrong one.
The next DC.
Yeah. And so
The next DC becomes a.
Yep. But he pulls out a photograph and he looks down at it. And you see him kind of jump to seeing the face. And he just kind of shoves it into the sink and is like, Well, darling, I do remember in the past that you were incredibly good at tracking people down. I don't think you'd have too much trouble seeing who I am. Well, to seeing where I'm staying.
Just
You probably already know my taste and where I'm going to be staying, considering Future World here isn't the best when it comes to hotel rooms. But all right.
He is imagining a fancy hotel.
You can probably decipher the fact that he's staying in the nicest hotel here in Future World. Probably the most.
Yeah. Kind of place with nice bathrobes.
But yes. We're in a bathroom right now, MJ. I don't know what posters we can grab. That would be really funny.
Wash your hands, wink.
That would actually be really funny. But no, Crue just kind of he was reaching into his hammer space to pull out a pen. But but before he leaves, he does bring one more hand up brings his hand up to Kestrel's cheek and just kind of gives him one last pet and kind of trails his hand underneath Kestrel's chin as he heads towards the door. Until next time, darling.
Something. I have to roll a D. I'm going to roll a D2.
Roll a D2.
Pick a 1 or a 2, please, because I don't feel confident in myself picking this. Pick a 1 or a 2, please.
I like 2. I like even numbers. It's a 2.
Crue does that, and there is a very soft chirp.
Oh. But Crue begins to
He
leave the
He puts a
bathroom.
hand on his beak.
Crue doesn't
He puts a
comment
hand
on
on
it.
his beak.
And he leaves. He opens the bathroom door and yeah.
Hold
Crue
on,
leaves.
we'll get to Doll, we'll get to it.
We'll get to it, but Crue leaves and he one more time just to elongate this and just to torture Kestrel, he turns back to Kestrel and is just, "I'll be waiting, darling. Don't take too long," and closes the door. He takes. There's a beat after he closes the door, and suddenly the whole bathroom erupts in all kinds of glittery confetti. And on the floor with where
Doll,
the confetti.
actually, Doll.
This was Doll's
Doll,
suggestion.
could you unmute to describe what? Could you unmute to describe what pops out?
Absolutely.
Okay, we're bringing Doll back for this.
No
Hello.
one's back. The door shuts. There's a couple seconds to make sure Crue's away, and then the confetti starts falling out of the ceiling from nowhere. A banner drops down in front of Kestrel that says, "Congratulations, you're gay!" And like taped to the bottom of the banner is a picture of Nova winking and doing finger guns at you.
Kestrel blinks at it for a second. Blinks and just kind of like slowly slides down to sit on the floor and just very quietly, "Oh my god, I'm not straight."
He's
You
not
couldn't hear
straight.
it.
Just quietly. Yeah, he just quietly says, "Oh my god, I'm not straight."
You hear a laughter coming from somewhere.
I'm happy with that being the end.
Yeah, just fades out on him being laughed at by the building.
The entire building is laughing at Kestrel's misery as he is a fluffy mess on the floor. And Crue leaves out the
Very
front
fluffy.
and heads towards
Thank
the
you, Doll.
hotel. He looks at the photograph that he pulled out, and it is, in fact, the photograph of Dylan. Dylan, for those who don't know, is a mirror man, and he's got two eyes that are looking very softly up, a little bit tiredly up to the camera, and he's sitting in front of the desk with a pen in hand. And Crue looks down at the photograph, and he's going to reach one more time into his hammer space to pull out a phone. And he's going to pull up Dylan's contact and go, "Hey Dylan, would you be open to adding another boyfriend?" And I'm going to end it there. But yes, thank you everybody for joining us on this very, very, very gay FPS between me and Pengu. Thank you everybody who has been a guest here within the cameo. And if you want to, you can all unmute to say your goodbyes here. So, goodbye, audience.
Goodbye!
Bye.
Bye.
Bye!